My channel. If you're new here, my name is Cielo, and I talk about things fitness, finance, leveling up your life. And unlike most creators, I'm very just to the point and like uncut. My videos, I want you guys to feel like you're literally in this room with me. I'm talking to you as my bestie and somebody who like really just cares about you and wants to see you level up in a way that's realistic. I keep in mind that, I want to talk to the people who are working 9 to 5s, who feel like this world is crazy and didn't necessarily, maybe favor them, as in like, maybe you weren't born with the same kinds of circumstances that your friends or even family were born with. I used to wonder a lot, like, why is it that me, out of the whole family, I didn't grow up with, both parents in the house, and I didn't even have a father, right? It's like, why, it's very easy to go, why me this, why me that? And I've actually grown to love the way that I grew up because I think it made me the woman that I am today. And why I've been able to save up $10,000. And I want to give you guys some practical steps on what I did to get there, and what you can do as well. And I've never had any handouts. Like, I've never had, you know, like, I don't come from money. I was raised by a single mother, and my older brother actually got her used car, you know, when he started driving. And I had to completely like pay for my car, my, car note, pay that debt off before I even started to save. And mind you, I'm also helping my mom. I'm paying rent. I pay all my groceries. Um, so, everybody has different cards that they're dealt with, and it doesn't make any sense. And if you try to make sense of it, you can't. Like, it doesn't make sense why some people are born with everything and some are born just literally into, very, either very tough situations, or if it's not a tough situation, you have to learn everything from scratch. Like, I was not in school, not a family ever told me to save my money. Like, it's actually crazy when I think about it, how at the very least I never heard things like, live below your means, or save your money, have a rainy day fund, invest your money, things like that. I will say, my mother, which I probably talk about on this channel a lot, she, didn't grow up with that knowledge either. And the only thing she really ever told me was to have credit, that everything in this, country runs on credit. But there's just a lot of financial lessons I had to go and dig for myself. And I'm going to tell you right now, you, like I just said, you need to live below your means. If nobody's told you, if you didn't grow up with that, live below your means. There's no reason why you should be even going out every weekend if you don't got it. And what I mean by, and I'm gonna say this a couple of times, if you don't got it, you don't got it. What I mean by that is, if you're working a regular 9 to 5, you're making minimum wage, there's nothing wrong with that. I have had various 9 to 5s: retail, preschool teacher, DoorDash for a little bit. That's not a 9 to 5, but I mean, like, I've had all these odd jobs, or whatever you want to call them, where, you're earning the absolute minimum. And if that's your case, that's fine. That's fine. I have a regular job. You can still do this on that income. And that's what I'm trying to get to Like, I'm trying to get you to understand that even if you don't have another income, because that video can be for another day, you can still do this. This is 100% possible. And if you're young and you don't have children, there's really no reason why this shouldn't be on your mind. And if this video is popping up in your For You page, on your algorithm, then you're already on the right track, because you're aware that, hey, I need to change something. Hey, I need to have an emergency fund saved up, because I'm one catastrophe away, one job loss away, because you only have one income, which is crazy when you think about it. Like, you're relying on how someone else feels. I just had a coworker who was just fired. Like, I saw her on Sunday, the last day we worked together. I was going to see her again Saturday. And guess what? She wasn't there. Two people, actually. Two people got fired. One got fired and then the next one got fired. Because that's usually how it goes. Once they start firing one person, they fire another person. And I say that to say that, if I really want to get y'all to understand, these jobs don't care about you. And it's very sad and it's very unfortunate. But realize that, please. So when you spend every dollar that you are making from these jobs are just supposed to help you get ahead. They're supposed to help you cover your expenses and then invest every single cent left into you, into your dream, into how you're going to get out of that. And I honestly don't care what it is, that you're like, I want it to, like, it could be books, it could be classes, it could be a camera, it could be a better phone for like videos, or it could be a microphone. Like, it doesn't matter. What I want you to do is have the habit, create that habit of investing the rest that you have. It's not, oh, I have a little extra, I didn't, maybe I have 50, even just $50. Like, I have $50 left, I was expecting, I don't know, most people get paid like, let's say it could be anywhere from 700 to maybe 1K every 2 weeks, on minimum wage. I get paid tips too, so I don't know, but let's say, you just covered rent and that covered insurance, etc. And I got $100 left. Okay, well, I'm gonna go out. Okay, well, I only have $100. Like, I might as well use them. I might as well go, I've been really craving Olive Garden. I might as well go there. Or I've really been wanting these new shoes, but your other shoes are perfectly fine. Let me show you something. These shoes right here, you see these? I know they're old. I know they're not trendy. I know they're not like the newest, Nikes. I got those on sale for $80. They're originally like $100. I've had those shoes for, I want to say, like 5 years now. They don't look 5 years. They're taken care of. Like, obviously the floor of it is going to be dirty, but they're taken care of. And it's not about being extremely frugal. It's not about, living like a homeless. Like, that's not what I want you to take away from this video. And I would never tell y'all to do that. I would never tell y'all, because I've seen on some of these saving up videos, start, live like you can only have a cup of noodles and so you can save your money. I would never tell you. You see I have some muscles, okay? You see I take care of myself. My skin is on the clear side. I drink my water. I take my vitamins. You can still be a healthy individual, and actually you are going to be more of a healthy individual when you stop going out every weekend. Why? Because you're not trying to make up for going out over the weekend 3 days after. Like, first it's, you're trying to recover the hangover, right? That's day one. And then maybe you take a nap midday and then it ruins your sleep schedule. Now your sleep schedule's all messed up. Second day, you know, you're up late, you feel groggy because you barely slept because you took a nap way too late, you woke up too late, like you didn't eat. It's throwing your entire routine off. Like you think that it's just affecting you on the weekend or maybe the morning after, but those effects are prolonged. Like they're going to go into the next week. And also your bank account is affected. Like you just spent all this money that you can never get back. It's not something that you know, it's not even like you bought a bag, you know, that you really wanted, or shoes that you really wanted. Even it's like that money is gone. You have nothing to show for it. And I don't, it's okay if you want to go out, you know, you want to hang out, you want to, you know, have fun every once in a while, but the key is once in a while, not every weekend. and and it's the same thing with going out, eating fancy dinners or just excessively. Like there there's so much happiness on the other side of not carelessly spending your money. Like it's funny because we think this world will really have you believing that spending money equals happiness, and it doesn't. And until you really get that, sit with yourself and you know how to do things like read a book, like, and you really feel that, like feel like you're growing without spending money, like your life will change and your bank account will change, like drastically. You you don't feel this, oh, I have to buy the next thing, I have to buy the, or I just came off of work, let me go get a Starbucks, I deserve it. I You start really enjoying going home and creating, you know, maybe a protein smoothie that will only cost you like $1, right? Because you're buying a protein powder that has 20 servings, you know, so each serving only, you know, you do the math, you're like, dang, I'm only paying like $1 for this or whatever. You know, you add bananas, peanut butter, a couple of cents, and you look forward to taking care of yourself at home and seeing what ingredients go into your, you know, your smoothies and your foods, and you start to create this habit of not spending money, of your happiness is correlated to what it is that you're, you know, making the ingredient. Like it's not so much, oh, I just got off work, let me go get me a Starbucks, or oh, I'm have a long day at work, I'm gonna go buy a Starbucks. Like instead of really taking that extra time that you have before or after work to maybe make yourself something, you know, a tea, you know, really be in the moment, like, you know, enjoy that routine of it. That's what's really gonna fill you up, like make you feel fulfilled, make you chase this dopamine hit that you want from this purchase, right? But a lot of the times, this is just a habit. We're just swiping because it's so fast and we want everything so fast all the time. Like, learn to move slower and you will save 10K. I promise you that. I've had I have rent, I have insurance, and I have my insurance. My car insurance is very high because I'm a young driver. I'm under 25. I've had a car accident. I have a newer car, right? It's 2020, so it's like you know, I have a phone bill. I have what else? Gas, because I don't live in the city, so I have to drive a lot. I live on the outskirts, so I'm having to drive a lot back and forth. Um, you know, I take care of my car and everything like that, but it's like still, it's like this is an expensive world. I again, I don't have anybody supporting me financially. I don't have you know, I don't have children. That's something, but even people that I know that have children, whether it's 1, 2, 3 kids, I still see them doing these things that I'm saying, still going out excessively, still, you know, having this drinking problem that they don't want to say is a drinking problem, but it is a drinking problem. If you feel like you have to go out every weekend and you have to drink in order to have a good time, you have a problem, and that affects your finances. And then you have kids on top of that. So, I don't have children, but it's like, if you're not gonna do it for yourself, at least do it for your kids. Save up this money for it, and then if you don't, it's all the more reason as to why you should be doing it right now at this point in your life. Because I'll just end the video off here. Somebody said, life, it's not about trying to make it more peaceful. It's about being peaceful in the chaos, because life only gets more chaotic. You can't necessarily make life more peaceful as you go by, as you go through these stages of life. Things just get harder. It's natural, right? You're in high school and then you go to college and classes are harder, and then you go to university and then maybe you have to pay like loans, or maybe you start a business and then that's hard in itself. And then you have children, and then you have you're in marriage, and then things like start to fall apart, or you just go have a long-term relationship and things start to fall apart, or you have kids and then like your parents start getting older. My point is, like, things only get harder. And because things only get harder, you have to have some kind of structure, some kind of routine that brings you fulfillment, that brings you peace. And it's not external. It's not always swiping a card. It's not always going out to the next newest, club and chasing the newest trend. And it has to come from within. And I like just that in itself will save you so much money. I'll make another video on kind of like, I guess, more specifically, like maybe what my bills are, and y'all can see exactly how much I save and how much I've saved and stuff. But this is like, if you can't get this down, I don't even know what to tell you. Like, I that's where it starts. It has to start here before I even like go into numbers and give you like tips and stuff. You have the mentality down first. Okay, why do I want to do this? Because maybe when I have children, I don't want them to go through the same kind of children are very smart. Like, when you're young that your parents are struggling. You feel that. You're like, why are my parents never home? But they work all these jobs, yet we never have enough for anything. It seems like we have to hold on to the very little that we have, like it's some kind of like luxury item, right? Somebody said that somewhere. Anyway, my point is like, why do you want this? Like, think about why you want to save your money. And that's having that at the forefront of your brain literally every day, every time you swipe up your card, because it is that deep. It is that deep. And don't let anybody try to talk you out of it because they haven't done it, because they don't have the discipline to do it. Okay? And then when people start saying, well, why aren't you out? Why aren't you this? Like that's another thing. People will start to resent you for wanting to level up your life. So I'm gonna leave that there. I don't want this video to get too long. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this video, and comment if you have any, you need some support, or you have any like questions and stuff. I would love to talk to y'all and hear what else you guys would want to see.